Hello and welcome to my channel, Inviting Possibilities. My name is Rochelle, excuse me, and I am here to do a reading for air signs, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius, wherever you have those in your chart. And we all have them somewhere, so there could be something in here for you. That's my intention. So please take what resonates and leave the rest because you know your story best. And my kitty, just as I begin, is starting to get into stuff. So apologize for for the interruptions or sounds. Yeah, take it as kitty confirmation. Anyway, I'm going to be doing the reading starting with the Wisdom of the Oracle deck, and then I will clarify with some other decks. See what's going on for you guys. Jojo made it. Hello. Thank you for being here. And yes, thank you all for liking, subscribing, and sharing. All right. So we start with blessed in protection, flexible in protection, and by the book in the upright. So you're dealing with a situation, or you're going to be, where you're hitting rock bottom of sorts. Kind of something's bringing you to your knees. And this could be kind of a general life situation that you're dealing with, or it could be some specific situation that's just really tough. And, even when it's like one part of our life, it really affects all of it. So, anyway, you're dealing with this situation that is um, quite problematic. You've been backed into a wall. You have no idea how how to how to move forward, how to rise up. And yet this type of situation is where it essentially forces you to surrender. Um because there's nothing else you can do. And as they say, like, once you hit bottom, the only way to go is up. So um there's there's a need to surrender to your higher power, to know that this is happening for a reason, and you're being broken, you're being broken up into pieces so that you can rebuild. This is about rebuilding, and the blessing comes as you begin this ascent back out of the hole you're in, as you rise up. Blessings are coming your way. It just may not feel like that at the moment. And so this whole surrender thing that I'm talking about, there's it requires being flexible. Sometimes when we get brought to our knees, before we get to that place of surrender, of throwing up our hands and saying, I don't know what to do. If there is a God, or if you do believe in God, you're like, God, please, universe, source, help me. I don't know what to do. There's this kind of desire to figure it out, to make it different than it is, to fix it somehow. But in doing that, it's like missing the point, or it's needing to release the need to make the outcome be a certain way. There's a need to be more adaptable to whatever's being thrown at you. Maybe one curveball, maybe many. They often come in bunches. I don't know if that's the right word, but yeah, I got the image of like being in a batting cage and the machine is shooting the balls at you. And you can like set it, have put it on different settings, and suddenly the setting is like as high as it'll go and the balls are just like bam, 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 you know. And it's just like ah. Um so it's about being flexible. It's about surrendering, and it's about rising up and moving forward uh in it's by the book. It's following the tried and true path. Maybe there's somebody that you can talk to. There's some resolution to whatever you're dealing with that already exists. So maybe there's a book. Maybe you can go to therapy. Maybe you have a friend who can offer good advice. Somehow there's some way forward where you don't have to reinvent the wheel. But you do need to be willing to follow the path, follow the group, the person who will help move you away, move you toward um some kind of new beginning where the blessings will start to come in again. Cuz when when blessings aren't coming to you, usually it's because you've got some kind of I call it an energetic umbrella. Usually we put it up for protection, but then it keeps out all the good that's coming in. And there's a need to take that down and allow yourself to be vulnerable and just say, okay, universe, show me what I need to do. And then that right person, that right book, that right whatever um, will show up and it'll spark something in you. Oh, I asked for help and here's something that I can follow now. So let me go to the Light Seers deck. Ooh, we've got the Empress, Taurus, and Libra energy. Seven of Swords. And Four of Cups. Okay. Hmm. Ooh, the dragons made it. Hello. Yeah, trying to figure this out. This is interesting. So so it could be where, you know, here you are in this Empress energy and you're dealing with someone who is being deceptive, trying to steal away in the night, but there's some kind of a warning, some kind of alarm going off. So it's not, you know, whatever deception this is, it's not um someone's not getting away with what they're trying to do. And because of this understanding, you're you're feeling like this feels like the that energy of disappointment of um you know, feeling like here we go again, someone's doing something that, you know, they're trying to be shady, and or they are being shady, and yet you see very clearly what's happening. That moon is very bright. They're not getting away with anything. but it leaves you feeling just like, dang, really? Really? Why do people have to be like this? Why is this person treating me this way? Um, but it's happening for a reason. The rainbow is behind her and she's completely missing it because she's so focused on that feeling of disappointment and dissatisfaction and just like letting the situation get her down. And there's a need to trust that this is happening. Like I said before, this is happening for a reason. This is being orchestrated by your higher power, and there's something really good that's coming out of it. But you got to be willing to look at that, willing to see it for that there's a gift here somehow. And I was saying that this could be you, the Empress here. The Empress is very nurturing and kind and caring. It could be somebody you're dealing with who you kind of see as this Empress energy, very powerful, but it's a gentle power. But then it turns out that it seemed like they were an Empress, but then they're actually being shady. So there's that scenario too. Either way, I feel like this is you just being like, dang. So I'm gonna go to my black deck. Okay, we've got death, scorpionic energy, 3 of Cups, and 6 of Pentacles. So there's some kind of ending here. There's some kind of transformation that's going to be coming, that is happening now, that it's either an ending to a situation where it's closing out a cycle with people, or specifically someone who was a part of your group, your friend group, somebody that you celebrated with, had a good time with, and maybe you end up feeling breadcrumbed or something. It's closing out a cycle. And it can also be transformation. Another way to read this is transforming a situation so that you start focusing on the people that do make you feel good and who are willing to reciprocate energy and time and resources, that aren't just always taking. So take it as it resonates. I mean, I keep being drawn to this 4 of Cups here, where I don't know, maybe it's that you kind of you sit in this energy for a while and then you kind of get tired of it and you're like, okay, I'm done. I'm done with this feeling bad and feeling just annoyed, bored. It's like I want to go have fun. And maybe you're trying to get out of this energy through helping others. Maybe you decide to volunteer and to kind of be altruistic as a way to move yourself into an energy of gratitude, of being helpful. because that can also, maybe this situation puts you in that place where you're like, well, when I was down on my knees, I could have really used some help, and maybe you did get some help, and you're like, I want to pay that forward. So that can also happen. No matter what, there's a major transformation, major change, which is really good. I often say change is the only thing we can count on. You can go kicking and screaming, or be dragged kicking and screaming, or you can go peacefully. Either way, it's going to happen. It's inevitable. So let me look at the Dreaming Way Tarot. Two of Swords, Eight of Wands, and Eight of Swords. So you're going to be learning how to use your intuition. The Two of Swords, I haven't said this in a while, but this is my Luke Skywalker card, where when he's being trained by Obi-Wan, he puts on the helmet and he's like, "No, you can't watch the ball. You have to feel it. You have to learn to feel the force." And you need to do this because there's a choice to make. And you're not sure which choice to do. And it's like the blindfold is here for a reason. You have it on purpose, because whatever whatever seems obvious, whatever you can see with your eyes, it's not necessarily true or accurate. And so there's this kind of need to go within and really feel your way. Like I said, tap into your intuition. And there's this can be about communication, but it can also be about building momentum and forward movement. There's a need, maybe somebody's bringing in some kind of communication to you. There's something coming in. There's this momentum building that has you feeling a lot of anxiety. Maybe there's somebody who's like, "No, here's the choice you need to make." And you're like, "Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I'm trying to figure this out." Um, it could also be where, you're in this place of trying to figure out what choice to make. And some communication comes in that kind of points you towards a direction to go in, and maybe already knew that that's what you needed to do, but now having this tangible like, you clearly know what you need to do. You're like, "Oh god, okay, now I need to figure out what the heck I'm going to do, and I don't know, and there's all this stuff to figure out." And there's a lot of anxiety here. Can also be where, as you're trying to figure this out and tap into your intuition, there's just this momentum that builds towards anxiety around the choice to make. So, once again, take it as it resonates. Let me go to my guardian tarot. Eight of Wands again. It's an interesting image, because this kind of looks like a head, a face, and then here spreading out the top is a female form holding something. Yeah, a flower, a planet. Um, Things sprouting up out of you. And interesting, excuse me, interesting too. These colors are very similar. This is, this feels like where you were brought to your knees, and from this situation, from hitting rock bottom, you're rising up, and you're, I don't know, like creating a whole new world, or you're lifting yourself up and the world around you, because yeah, we have the 6 of Pentacles, supporting others. 7 of Cups, choices. Again, not being sure what to choose. Maybe more options present themselves as you start to move out of that stuck energy. 6 of Wands. Yeah, this is you tapping in to that part of yourself that knows what you need to do, and you were detached from it before somehow because of all the anxiety, because of being up in your head and trying to figure things out logically. You were missing the point. There's a need to combine your heart and your head, your intuition with your logic, because not all roads lead to Rome, right? Not all choices are the right ones. And there was a lot of anxiety before, but you now, or you're going to get to this point where you start to understand that supporting others supports you. That in helping others, you help yourself. Something like this. There's victory here in learning how to choose wisely, gaining some kind of success, um having being some kind of leader, some kind, there are others watching you, watching what you're doing. They're kind of in the background, you're at the forefront. It's like wherever you decided to start supporting, whoever, whatever you decided to start supporting in your life, it becomes the thing that illuminates you. People notice you, notice your actions. And it's interesting because in this image, there's here what looks like a church. So maybe this kind of speaks to me of like getting involved in some kind of spiritual group. Maybe it is a church. Maybe it's some other group, that's non-denominational. That's you know whatever your leanings are, but spiritually you're creating a community, you're joining a community, and you're rising up very quickly because you're choosing to help. And maybe that's why the situation happened in the first place, why this rock bottom happened, because you're meant to rise up and be a leader in a sense. Oh, wow. Okay. I want to pick some cards from Queen of the Moon Oracle. Try and make this quick. Ooh, Jinjin, hello. We've got the Void. Number one, this is the place where all possibilities exist. Beginnings. Ooh, I like that. Yeah, you've got a new beginning here and protection. And you are protected because of the energy and effort you've put into others, into creating this new beginning for yourself. It's it's paying off in a way. You're being acknowledged and you're being assisted as you move forward into this new beginning. This place of this void is kind of this 7 of cups. This is you kind of considering your options, and you're being drawn to a specific place, a specific group, and the new beginning is victorious, is successful. You have people around you who you're in the spotlight, but they're supporting you. It's reciprocal. And yeah, the 6 of Pentacles often speaks to me of kind of a reciprocal energy. So then it makes me think that when I was talking about death, back here we had death and the 3 of Cups and the 6 of Pentacles. This is ending a cycle. This is your transformation and coming together with a new group of people that you're giving to and they're giving back. This is celebration. This isn't what's closing out. This is coming after the ending. And it all happens because of you feeling dissatisfied and finally surrendering, which I just think is awesome. I'm very excited for you. Ooh, Donna Boyd, hello. Okay, let me get a rune card to finish off. Hagalaz, weathering the storm, hanging in there, knowing the storm shall pass, doing what you can to protect yourself from the storm. And things that you can't control also. Hagalaz means hail or stone and is closely associated with the unpredictability of nature, which can cause widespread disruption. Nature is a force we cannot tame despite our best efforts. This rune suggests that crisis is taking over in some area of your life. Yep. Or at least threatening to take over, and there is little you can do about it but wait and see where the dust settles. Whatever disruption you are dealing with in your life is beyond your control, but what you can control is your reaction to it. If you can be patient, stay detached, and remain calm, you will weather the storm and may just find that the unwanted shakeup has given you an unexpected and liberating new perspective, insight, or direction. Definitely. It may also remind you that sometimes things happen in our lives that we cannot explain, but these things are amazing opportunities for personal awakening and growth. Can I get an amen? Yeah, you've got major transformation and personal growth happening due to a situation that seemed awful and out of your control, and yet it happened for a reason. And once you get out of this energy of feeling bad for yourself, feeling like a victim a little bit, and you see the it's like seeing the silver lining, seeing the rainbow um through the rain, or the rainbows. You can't get a rainbow without the rain, they say. So the rainbow is coming. You can't control what's happening, but it's happening for you, not to you, right? All right. There's your reading. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day wherever you are in the world, and I will see you on the next video. Mwah. And thank you so much again for liking, subscribing, and sharing.